So are these reproduction or fake external horn machines really made out of parts from old portable gramophones? It's an often repeated assertion that these machines contain real vintage motors, turntables and maybe other parts taken from old portable gramophones. This does make sense as external horn machines are worth much more than portable machines. So this may have been a way of fooling unsuspecting buyers. So let's look at some machines. Firstly, is the platter from a portable gramophone. Portables tended to have curved edges to their platters. The curved edge on this platter is very much the style of a portable. However, it's not as padded and the finish is nothing like as good. This other one is even poorer quality, and the metal rim is so high the record would sit on it. Also, have you noticed, they both have red platter felt. This seems to be a common feature on these types of fakes. Platter felt did come in various colours. This is probably the closest one I've seen to having a red platter, but other colours, especially blue for machines with Garrard motors and brown on H&V, were much more common. This fake one does have brown looking felt, but the platter has the same crude finish. The brown colour may just be from fading anyway. So, if these platters aren't reused ones from portable machines, you might ask why they bothered to give them curved rims. Fake machines certainly have been made in the past using parts from portables. I think these poorly made platters were just copying that. I saw this one, which does have a straight edge, so it is trying to be like a platter found on an original horn machine, but it's not really the same. If you're enjoying this video, then please give it a like. Thanks. Okay, so what about the motors? The platter fits directly on the motor shaft. The top of these on portables would be nicely rounded with chrome or nickel plating. These fakes all have just bare steel, which has been more crudely chamfered off. The supplied winding handles also look to be reproductions, with very crude and unfinished wooden ends. I've even seen one where the end was made of modern plastic. Of course, the original handles might just have been too short for the new cases, but maybe the motors are just reproductions. Portable machines have a huge variety of motors. These fakes only seem to have two types: unmarked Thorin style pillar and plate and Garrard style. Now there certainly were unbranded copies of Thorin's ones back in the day. Here's one. However, compared to the fake, it still seems to be better built and finished more nicely. Garrard made a large selection of motors both for portable and larger machines, and these motors did get swapped around machines. This portable started life with a Garrard, but presumably that died as a different model of motor has been substituted. The replacement motor is still a Garrard, but sufficiently different so it needed to be turned 90 degrees when fitted. The winding hole is now on the left side of the case, not the front. All the fakes I've seen with Garrard motors have had Garrard Model 30 two-spring motors. Why only this model of Garrard? Surely if the motors came from portables, there'd be more variety. Also, when looking closely at these Garrard 30s, the build quality seems inferior to the genuine ones. Even the embossing on the bottom is cruder, and looks like it says Indian, not Swindon, where Garrards were actually made. Now Garrard may have made motors in India, I don't know, but I suspect that these are just unlicensed copies, which would explain why they are all the same model. I recently saw an external horn machine on eBay, which had the classic blue Garrard platter felt and chrome curved lip, like on this Columbia portable. It also had a very similar folding winding handle and what I think was a Columbia soundbox. Of course, a folding winding handle is really only needed on a portable. Also, as it happens, this Columbia has been upgraded with an electric pickup, but that's for another video. So, what do you think? Are old portables still being turned into fake horn machines? Let me know in the comments. If you have enjoyed this video, then you might like this one. Thanks, and see you in the next one.